See how much this meeting cost and what you could have written off instead. I created this meeting cost and write off application completely offline within a single file that you can upload on any static website, any static server website. And let me show you how it works. For example, number of participants 5. Let's change here to USDs, duration to be 60 minutes, and we will calculate the impact, and you can see that meeting cost $325, 65 artisan lattes, 16 months of AI subs, 2 client dinners, and 68 potential tax savings. You can download this from the link below, and for those who want to increase my engagement, I will go step by step showing you how I created this. So let's go. First step I like to do is to define the persona and the logic, or the brain. So I will pop this into ChatGPT, and instead of the SaaS pricing simulator, we will build a text write-off finder. So we'll just replace with the text write-off finder and hit run. Okay, you can see that ChatGPT adds some mathematical formula. We have secondary insights, so on and so on. PM reality check, and then we move to the second part of our RAD, or rapid application development. This is a UI and UX interaction, so we will paste this into AI. And we get our high contrast color palette. You can see layout system, desktop layout, implementation strategy, and so on and so on. So we move on and we go with the step 3. It's guard rails and edge cases. So we want to bulletproof our app so it doesn't have any errors. It will always have some errors, but let's make sure that major errors are covered. Okay, after the guardrails are done, we just paste in this prompt, and we want to take all this logic, everything we just defined, and tailor the master big prompt that we'll put into Gemini. Halo? Pa kažem ti halo, pa mi ne odgovaraš ništa. And after a few moments we have master coding prompt that we will just copy paste into a Gemini. Paste it here. Under the tools, make sure to select canvas and choose the mode. You can go with the Fast Thinking Pro, whatever you want, and hit run. And we have our app ready. It says meeting cost calculator, the ultimate corporate tax write-off finder. So I already create one meeting cost calculator, so it doesn't actually tells me anything about tax. So I will ask Gemini to explain me why is this a text write-off calculator, and if it can add some extra features or any other functionalities. I also ask Gemini to make it better, but not implementing the API, because we want a simple, very simple calculator. With API it's a little bit complicated, not that complicated actually, but we just want this to be sleek and straightforward. Okay, I asked him, so it says it was a joke, you know, this is a joke app apparently. So I tell him to add corporate tax rate, and it added, it's great, and it adds something like artisanal lattes, months of AI subs, client dinners, and potential tax savings. So let's check it out this in a Visual Studio. You can download the Visual Studio from the link in the description. It's an awesome tool. So we'll just go here, share, copy contents. We'll not test it here, but in a Visual Studio Code. Go file, new text file, we will paste it here, and let's see if there is any problems. It says also define the standard property appearance for compatibility. It's always the same error. We will fix that later, it's not that important. We just want to save it, or save. I just go back and says to rename the app please to reflect the functionality, because it's not a meeting cost calculator. We already have that. You can check it out here if you want. So it renamed as a meeting cost and write-offs. So we can go back to Visual Studio because I'm too lazy to type. We'll just paste it on our desktop and it should be here. I will double click to open it up and we can see it here. So let's test it out. For example, let's go with the default numbers. 5, average hourly rate will be 50 euros. We can change into dollars. Also, I do this all the time and I need to just remember myself. Duration will be 60 minutes. Overhead tax rate, calculate the impact. So we have the meeting cost of 325 euros and potential tax savings of 68 euros. And we copy results to share colleagues, go to Notepad, and you can say that I just survived 6 minutes that cost our company 325 euros. We could have bought 65 coffees or paid for a fancy client dinner instead. So what we want to do now, we want to fix that little error. I will screenshot it, copy it, go back to Gemini, the error I gave you in screenshot. Okay, we have our nice drop down menu on the left side. We will copy contents, go back to Visual Studio, paste everything, no problems, and we will refresh, and we have now this nice and awesome looking app. I don't like the padding on this, it's just all the way all over the screen, so we'll add. So please add some padding around something happen. We go again, copy contents, paste, save, refresh, same old. Now it looks better. And this is it. You can download this tool, as I said, from the download link below. You can change it however you want, just put it in a Gemini or ChatGPT or whatever, and you can improve it, or you can change completely the styling of this. So if you find this helpful, consider subscribing, check out my other app videos, and see you in some other video.